40 Days to the Cross, a Season of Sacrifice. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Gary, and I am so appreciative of you giving me just a few moments of your time as we continue to move through these sequences of devotions leading us to Easter Sunday. Today's confession psalm is chapter 90, verse 9 through 17. For all our days have declined in your fury. We have finished our years like a sigh. As for the days of our life, they contain 70 years, or, if due to strength, 80 years. Yet their pride is but labor and sorrow, for soon it is gone, and we fly away. Who understands the power of your anger and your fury according to the fear that is due you? So teach us to number our days, that we may present to you a heart of wisdom. Do return, O Lord, how long will it be? And be sorry for your servants. O satisfy us in the morning with your loving kindness, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad according to the days you have afflicted us, and the years we have seen evil. Let your work appear to your servants, and your majesty to their children. Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and confirm for us the work of our hands. Yes, confirm the work of our hands. Again, these psalms are very deep and require contemplation on our part, and it's worth taking some time with your journal to jot down a few ideas that jump off the page here as you hear the words of the Psalter in chapter 90. Our New Testament reading is Mark chapter 13, verse 14 through 23. But when you see the admonition of desolation standing where it should not be, let the reader understand. Then those who are in Judea must flee to the mountains. The one who is on the housetop must not go down or go in to get anything out of his house. And the one who is in the field must not return back to get his coat. But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. But pray that it may not happen in the winter. For those days will be a time of tribulation, such as has not occurred since the beginning of the creation, which God created until now and never will. Unless the Lord shortened those days, no life would have been saved. But for the sake of the elect, whom he chose, he shortened the days. And then if anyone says to you, Behold, here is the Christ, or Behold, he is there, do not believe him. For false prophets, false Christ will arise, and will show signs and wonders in order to lead astray, if possible, the elect. But take heed, behold, I have told you everything in advance. Well, we know we're moving to the end of times, and it certainly feels like that right now, doesn't it? There's some great things in here for us to contemplate. Perhaps jot down a few passages or insights that really grab you, and be prepared to incorporate that in your response time in just a moment. Well, let's consider, in light of this passage in the New Testament and our reflection, by Rufinus of Aquileia. And he writes, But as the Lord himself says, Beware that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they will lead many astray. Now, see how he has pointed out the judgment of the true Christ. For as the lightning comes from the east and flashes as far as the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. When therefore the true Lord Jesus Christ shall come, he will sit and set up his throne of judgment. Also, the gospel says, he shall separate the sheep from the goats. That is, the righteous from the unrighteous. As the apostle writes, for all of us must appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each may receive recompense for what has been done in the body, whether good or evil. Moreover, the judgment will be not only for deeds, but for thoughts also. As the same apostle said, their conflicting thoughts will accuse or perhaps excuse them on the day when, according to my gospel, God, through Jesus Christ, will judge the secret thoughts of all. Well, I don't know about you, but boy, these last few devotional sequences have been riveting. They've been powerful as I contemplate and reflect on the insights that are being presented. But how do we respond? Paul says we must take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Now, that's a challenge in and of itself, isn't it? It's easy to focus on the external workings of faith, but what about our thoughts? Do you love Christ with your thoughts? Well, journal that response. Write down some ideas that are impressing upon you this very moment. And let's take that to the Lord in our responsive prayer of contemplation and reflection, and give him our response to these scriptures. Well, thank you so much for giving me a few moments of your time again today. I trust that you're growing. I trust that you're becoming more like Christ as we move closer to Easter Sunday and celebrate the resurrected Lord. Until we can meet again, we bid you Godspeed. Bye for now.